And good evening, everyone who is watching the stream already arrives on air, and welcome to my, well, today is probably going to be a short one, but to my creative slash DIY stream. I hope you can hear me. I'm kind of changing my setup a little bit. The setup that I'm not using much, but the setup that I mean, for this creative streaming, kind of got a new light for the desk finally, and because I have a light, I don't need to remove the microphone now, and I still can try to use my normal microphone, my big condenser mic, just changing the sensitivity a little bit, the volume and whatnot. So this is going to be a little bit of everything, and because I'm late again, maybe not even one stream, so just gotta assemble a couple of things. The first thing is going to be this power supply. unit. So the board is from AliExpress. It comes like this. It's a 12-volt power supply, nothing special. XPJ16A. So I don't know if it's the name of the board. Seems to be, but it's printed on the transformer to here. And now should be more or less in focus. XPJ16A. So, and I'm very proud of it. Designed a case for this power supply, just the one I wanted to have. So, and of course, when you buy it, when you design it, when you print it, you end up probably wasting way more time and money. You could just go and buy something, but custom, that's the keyword. It is custom to my needs. It's supposed to be mounted upside down, so like this. So this is like how it's supposed to be mounted underneath something. It has vents that are kind of, what's the right way, slanted. So when it's upside down, sort of maybe a little bit harder for the hot air to leave it, but it's sort of kind of splash protective, splash not resistant really, but there is some protection because nothing can go through, like from the top especially. It would just go down like any liquid. So this is a power supply for the lights for the plants. There is a standard power supply that came with those lights. Several of them we have, but the standard one is just a standard adapter wall plug. I don't like it. I want something that can be mounted to the shelf and sort of underneath it. So standard IEC, I don't remember if it's 5 or 7, standard IEC input, and because it's like not metal, it doesn't have anything exposed outside besides the ports connectors themselves. So it doesn't have ground, and the board actually is designed that way that it doesn't have earth ground. So, and this is the output, pretty standard barrel plug. Just give me a second. So pretty standard barrel plug, just like this. So that's input. Wall power comes here, 22 volts AC, or actually 22, not 22, 220. And then actually we have like 235, more like 235 at all times. So sometimes even 240. So, and this one's on the other side. So this case designed by me. I'm going to put it on Thingiverse. I designed it in Tinkercad, that's why it's so blocky, like in Minecraft. So, and that's my like second design from scratch, done from scratch. So let's assemble it. Let's solder. There's not a lot to solder, but there's a lot of like measuring and cutting to do. So let's see if I can make it a little bit more visible for you, like this. And this is not really amazing from the side. Let's zoom out a little bit maybe. This is the side cam. So how it's supposed to be? It's supposed to be like this, then like this. So these two got to be soldered to this one, these two wires, and they got to be cut very short. There's not a lot of room. No, well, there's enough room, but why would you need long wires inside if you don't need them? Oops. Are we losing a picture? Why are we losing the picture? I didn't see anything in OBS. That was interesting. So, and the music seems to be a little bit too loud. Let's make it a little bit quieter. Give me a sec, please. Figuring out if I have anything with the music, any compression. No. Behaves a little bit like we have some compression on the music. So yeah, that's bass. That's what peaks. And a little bit more focus here. Here we go. So I'm not a big master of soldering and filming, so apologies in advance. What's nice, this power supply comes already with sort of kind of cables for it that are plugs. I keep forgetting the name of it. XPJ, no, it's XPJ, it's the thing. So XN, this type of plugs, this type of connectors. So one for AC and one for the DC output. I think it's 3 amps, but I think it kind of gets pretty hot on 2 amps already. So we need this like this, and let's just see where it needs to be. Needs to be sort of kind of like that. So just got to cut them to the length. Maybe with a little bit of a loop, but still with only a little bit. So maybe like this. If I cut them too short, that's gonna be a problem, because I don't have another one like this, another connector with already crimped in cables, crimped in wires. Like this. Okay, now point of no return. Didn't leave myself any room for mistake. Like this. So the good thing is that it easily passes through, so I don't need to worry about that. It easily goes through. So we just need to solder it on. So let's just get it done. But that's like, this small thing is just one of the things that I need to do. I cannot understand really if my hand is in focus. think I'm going to cut insulation a little bit. There are like wire stripping tools and whatnot, and I even have one, but either it's not good or it's designed to actually always remove a little bit of the strength of the wire inside with the insulation. It takes some strength away, and that I never like, especially when it comes to the mains. The mains is like, okay, and for the rest you use just your teeth. One. And another one. Made them super short because these ones are super short too. Adjusting the focus. Maybe should make it a little bit. Close the diaphragm a little bit, close the aperture, just to have a little bit more of the focus distance. Focus room. Okay. Let's just cover it and solder. I solder it the old way. I use a lot of pine resin on my soldering iron, leaving it everywhere. But the solder itself is pretty standard. So this thingy. So I like when it's smoking. And smells with pine resin. So pre-solder it a little bit. You see, pine resin in this case, it's flux. It works as oil on a frying pan. It allows things to be heated up faster and more evenly. It pretty much is a heat conductor. That's what it is. I hope I did not really screw it. So that's how it's supposed to be. I mean, that's like super small. Super small. So like this. I hope you can hear me well enough, because, well, I'm not using my this microphone. I'm using my big mic just with the increased sensitivity. So that's how it's supposed to be. Sort of kinda. Maybe if I move it like this, the angle would be better. The cam. Let's see if I can get heat shrinks here. I mean, the cable gets hot when I solder it, and though there's really no need to insulate anything, but I kinda, because it's the mains power 220, I want to. So we have a little bit of like shrink tubing here. I'm going to do really short ones. Like, oh, that's actually not going to work. The only thing I cannot learn in my life is to pick the right size of the heat shrink tubing. I never can just pick the right size. I always pick very small ones. Boom, 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 boom. That's better. And they got to be as short as these pieces, exposed pieces of wire. So the problem is with this, it's too short. You start soldering, it starts shrinking not where it's supposed to be shrinking. So the trick might not work. But I want to try, because I'm that insane. And since it's sort of kind of soldered already, the only thing I need to do is to really do one good touch with an iron. Don't need to go crazy. Just gotta have a little bit of solder, a little bit of flux. Okay. That looks good enough. Okay, that kind of worked. But I sort of kind of forgot to touch the contact before adding the cable, adding the wire to it. Got to have a little bit of solder on it too. Just a little bit. Don't want to accidentally close the hole with solder. With flux, not a problem. We can just get through. The flux is not a big deal. There we go. Okay, I hope you can see at least something here. Not the first one I assembled like this. This is the second one. The second version sort of kind of fixed the 3D model of the case. Okay, got it. Let's take it out of the board. Let's hope the length is enough. We'll see in a second. There's a little bit of wiggle, a little bit of play in there, so I can move it, just can move the board inside just a tad, but okay, that's how I do it, just with a little bit of fire. No need to use hot air, and I don't have any here, so just a little bit of this. Okay, let's see if it actually works. That's how it goes here. So the board goes here like this. This goes here. It's even a little bit still too long, so we have to bend it a little bit up first and then a little bit down. Still a little bit too long. Here we go. Yeah, still a bit too long, but you do it like this. So you get sort of kind of a bit of the loop. Okay, one's done. The second one's tricky. It's a barrel plug, and I keep forgetting what the three the 3 outputs mean here, because the 3 contacts here, because it's supposed to have 2. The third one, I think it's like something that gets connected. I'm not sure which one. Only when you plug something in. So this one here seems to be sort of kind of a switch, a button that activates only when something is in. Okay, let's take a look. Let's use the continuity tester to take a look. I have a barrel plug. I don't know if you can hear me. About that. I have a barrel plug like this, kind of easier to test. Things, if they change when you plug things in. So let's see, without anything connected. So the shortest one, oops, do not fall out. The shortest one, not the ground. Not the center. The shortest one's not connected. Okay. That wasn't the shortest one. The shortest one is this one. The shortest one supposed to be the central one. Yep. And the longest one supposed to be nothing. Okay. So that's when nothing's connected. So the middle one, the shortest one is the center of it. The medium-sized one, medium longevity one is nothing. And the longest one is nothing actually too. Okay, let's plug this in and see. First the shortest one, the center, then this one. Now it's the ring, or the sleeve. And this is still nothing. The longest one, interesting. The longest one's nothing anyway. I'm not sure how it works. Okay, if we plug it out. Okay. It seems to be a switch. When nothing's plugged in, the longest one seems to be connected to the medium one. But you plug things in and it gets disconnected. And the medium one, it's the ground when something is connected. So I accidentally bought kind of switching ports, whatever they're called, switching receptacles for this project. Okay, then we need let's just remember it. The medium one as ground and the shortest one as plus. Okay. Sorta kinda in this state turns out when nothing is connected, it's not forming it's incapable of forming a short outside, because when nothing's connected, this is supposed to have the minus the negative. It doesn't have it. Sorta kinda protection. Nothing's connected. There is technically no continuity. Okay. So let's move this sorta kinda out of the way for now. How do I disconnect you? For now, here we go. Okay. So you are supposed to be here. Like this. And you're supposed to be here. The short one and the middle-sized one is supposed to be here like this. Let's just fix it with its nut, just to see. The longest one we don't need. We can bend it out of the way. So it's kind of going to be even shorter. Yeah, I sort of designed the box is small, the case that I designed, and nothing really there's not really a lot of room to make like the cable loops, wire loops inside. And it's, as you can see, sort of pretty close to everything. Top camera would be like better here. This is close to its socket. So I guess we just ignore then everything and solder it the way it solders. It's gonna be a little bit going in that side, or we could, if we turn this and bend the long one out of the way, then we could just do it like this going up. That's a pretty small, precise job to solder this stuff like this. Do I have even focus on my overhead cam? Like this I have. Okay. This I just bend out of the way, this way. And this gonna be like this. So this connects like this, which is perfect. Plus go to plus, the positive goes to the positive, negative goes to the negative. Okay, let's see. I mean, I keep kinda trying to fit it. See, I keep trying to see how it fits, but the thing is that it fits like very close, I guess. Not a lot of distance between the contacts of the plug, receptacle, and this connector on the board. So this we got to cut really short again. So short it's actually, yeah, it's like getting pretty annoying, and I won't be able to put proper insulation on them. So maybe I just do it like this and make it longer, really, just to have it some simple insulation. Well, shrink tubing, heat shrink tubing. Okay, again, these two pretty short ones. Pre-cutting it manually to avoid losing any strands of the wire inside. Yeah, it's because I just don't do a lot of it. I can do it this long and pretty precise way. That takes a lot of time. But if I had to do it like more and more than once or twice, yeah, probably would have switched to like wire stripping tool of sorts. Not use my teeth for this. But I had to lose these strands. My OCD screams at me when I would just strip the wires using the tool that I have, the stripper that I have. And that would just take some just a second. It would just take some strands with it. Made this actually a little bit longer, considering the fact that when you pre-solder it, the insulation moves back a little bit. Well, moves away a little bit, exposing a little bit more of the strands of the conductor itself. Just a little bit of nice pre-solder to cover them and solder and heat them up properly. Now let's see if I can pre-solder this. Does it take solder that easily? Yeah, it does. Good. Very, very, very good. Sometimes, if it's like Chinese parts and whatnot, you have to actually clean them with acid to make them like solder better. But it's a matter of heat. Here you go. So let's see. Got to do everything right. So this is plus. Oops, a little bit hot. Shrink tubing. Yes, I'm like that. It's gonna be everywhere where I do some soldering. Oh, come on. Yeah, but I'm not going to use the right colors. At least that I can skip with my OCD even. So this is a little bit too long, but at the same time, okay, let's cut them. Let's snip a little bit off of them. Just like that. Now glass goes here. I need a helping hand for that, but I cannot be bothered. Minus goes here. And shrink tubing. One goes here. Stop dancing around. Just stay on the desk like this. Stay on the desk like this, and that will be enough to get you soldered. The tubing too close. Just one touch. Oops. Do not move like this. Oh, crap. Yeah. I need that helping hand. Okay. Just get it. Just a second. Oops, hit the light with my head. I moved it a little bit into a different position. But we need this one, this crocodile without insulated tips, like this. Of course, this immediately makes things way better. Yeah, if only this thing was screwed in properly. Like this. So this needs to be straight. That's why I got it. Like this. Here we go. And then the same here. Here's the piece of tubing. It's kinda a little bit stupid since everything else is exposed. A lot of things exposed here. I'm kinda insulating this with shrink tubings, but okay, not going to hurt, just takes a second of time more. Okay, just one touch. Now the camera seems to be kinda not in the right position for this. Cannot get the focus right. Okay. Cannot get the Focusrite, no pun intended. My audio interface is produced by Focusrite. Okay, now this goes here. Let's check if we can assemble it. So this goes into its port on the PCB, and this goes here. Yeah, that's kinda annoying. It's too long to be like straight and too short to form a loop. So let's actually give the shrink tubing some shrinking, and it should be better after that. Where's the lighter? Overheated that one a bit. Okay. When you do it with fire, it happens. Okay. Then we need to find a way to move the board to its position. Like this. Like this. Well, I mean, I guess it will do for now. So let's connect everything here. Before screwing the board in like this. The nut goes in, sort of kind of will pull it closer to its normal position. The nut, I mean, I don't have the right key for it, wrench. So it's just like that then. Okay, that's how it is inside now. It'll do. I hope I soldered everything right. Don't want to resolder it. So before screwing anything, let's test it. For that we are going to need the mains power. And I have been so smart lately that I took all the IEC cables away. Okay, I have a short one here. The kinda pretty short, but we need a chance to see if we get power. So okay, that's going to be now on the oops. Oh yeah, okay. There was a spark, usually happens. So we have the light, the thing's alive. Let's see what voltages we get over there on the other side. How do I make it visible for you? Come on. Like this it's supposed to be, for you to be able to see. Okay, voltage. Voltage, I said. So the center. 12 volts, 1232, so it's outputting 12 volts like it's supposed to. Everything's fine. The polarity is fine. The center is positive. The sleeve is negative. The tip's positive. Okay. Here we go. The capacitors can retain a little bit of power, and as you can see, it's still glowing even though disconnected. But I mean, I think this one kind of drains it over time, or we can just short it out. It's already going away. Here we go. So still can be something left a little bit since it's a power supply unit, so we just got to be careful. Do not touch the capacitors here. So let's screw in the board, but after a short break. So be right back.
Give me as friends? Oh, I mean, for real. Because you're like the coolest person I've ever met, and you don't even have to try, you know? I try really hard, actually.
Okay, and I'm back. So let's screw this in. It's all soldered. It's working. Just we need to attach things to each other, and there's a nice lid that actually designed so well that it's kinda snaps a little bit in its place and stays in. The designer's me of this well, casing. So I need to get some screws for that, specifically microscoping screws that I bought specifically for this. So designed it for really small screws. Maybe that was a mistake, but well, but it's miniature at least. Where's the screwdriver? Here it is. Maybe zoom out a little bit more. Here we go. Do we have focus? Hard to tell. Let's make it a bit brighter. I use cameras with manual focus because they are cheap. So I think that's 2x6s that I need to for the board. There's a 2x10s. Let me take a look and measure it. It's sort of kind of strange. This one, yeah, way larger. Don't want to screw in the wrong one and end up with well, with the wrong one not being properly in. So these are 1 centimeter. I was right. So the smallest, the microscopic ones, these are 6. Okay, I kinda cannot really measure things with my eyes. Oops, they unfortunately do not stay on the screwdriver. They are not magnetic. Small that I'm going to need something like this to put them in. Oops. like this. Okay, one's in. The holes are sort of for the board a little bit arbitrary here, just because that's how I measured things, not really that well. And not the first time it worked. This one seemed to be not aligning, so better maybe move it in the model, or maybe not. Well, you still can screw it in. Like this. So I would say it gets more or less aligned. It gets more or less aligned, and since nobody is going to remove this, well, I mean remove this and then install it back, nobody is going to just constantly unscrew it and screw it. Yeah, for just one time, that's going to work perfectly nice. Don't need to really over tighten them. They're not going anywhere. Here we go. So the board is now inside and fixed. Now we need to fix this one. There was a way to design the whole thingy, the whole casing of the way this thing would be inside, but then you'd end up with kinda pretty thin wall where this thing mounts from inside, to avoid actually having it like really deep. So I decided to just mount this one on the outside like this. You could just do an oval hole for this and mount it. You actually can mount it from inside, but you end up with a pretty deep hole, a little bit deeper, pretty deep connector. Just give me a short second. I'm trying to remember. 3, yeah, 3 by 11. Here we have it. 3 by 11, of course. The short ones, like conical ones even, because why not? And some nuts. Maybe even these ones with, it's called press washer in Russian, I don't know in English how that would be. So got the catch hard. Oops, wrong bit in the screwdriver. Where did I put the previous bit? Here it is. It's not the right one. Just a second. Cut the threads. Perfect. And then the same on the other side. So the fact that like these two are exposed, metal things that go inside are exposed, I don't really like it. It's not 100% safe, but they are super short. Even if something kinda gets turned off of the PCB, they are too short. It won't be, everything's too short here. Pretty much it won't be possible to make contact with the nut. It won't be possible at all. So you're not going to end up with like the mains, for example, mains life on one of these, even if something gets completely destroyed inside. Amtrex, good evening, welcome. Thank you for the follow. So almost there. Okay, not almost. Not there yet. Gotta take this. Oops, yeah, that's why wasn't on the thread. Let's try it again. On the thread either. That's too small for my hands. But what are you gonna do? I sort of myself designed it pretty miniature to minimize the amount of plastic. By the way, I don't have a 3D printer, so I designed it and then I just ordered printing. I found a guy here who kind of just does it nice enough. Ooh, that's not good. This one's not catching. Some of the nuts are not really don't really have like proper threading all the way. The washers are lock washers. No, these ones, these nuts with like, are they lock? Amtrex, good evening, welcome. No, I don't do radio. I don't do radio. I mean radio, not like electronics, just radio. Flange nuts, yeah. So, but this one I kinda cannot really put on. This one doesn't want to catch the threads. Yeah, sort of kinda empty inside. Yeah, it's on, but it's not catching the thread. Okay, let's take another one. Maybe this one's just a little bit off, not properly threaded. Or this, not properly threaded. Let's take another one. Let's try one more time. Do not fly away. So okay, I think this is problematic too. Maybe not, let's see. So I'm just kinda assembling power supply. This is a board from AliExpress, but in a custom case that I designed and ordered printing, because I just wanted to have a power supply of this form factor. That's for the flowers, for the lights, for the flowers, my waifu's plants, and it's supposed to be mounted upside down like this, underneath something. So 220 in, 12 out. So I'll put this design. It's like my second design, 3D design from scratch on Thingiverse. It's very basic. The good thing about it is just the size is all correct. That's sort of kind of the good thing. For this board, for these connectors. Oops. Okay. And this one doesn't want to catch. I'm not sure what's going on here. This one I was able to perfectly, absolutely nicely. Okay, if it's not 11 then let's make it a bit longer. Let's make it like this. Well, I mean, that's probably what I should have done from the start. Way more thread exposed over there. So then maybe I'll just change the other one to it. So I took the screws, the bolts are too short for this use case. There's like 3 millimeters of the wall and 4 millimeters of the case of the connector. Yeah, that's like way better. Not going anywhere, and nothing actually protrudes out of anything. So let's change this one. I'm using simply a little bit not right bolt, not of the right length, just a little bit longer. And I kinda like these nuts, flange nuts, so I try to use them everywhere. Come on, pitch the thread. Here we go. Okay, that's in. Now we just gotta close the lid and we're going to be done with this one. So the lid is supposed to be screwed on with, according to my notes, 2x10 screws. It's these ones. Look like super miniature. Let's see if actually my notes are right. Again, all the hole sizes when I designed it, they were super arbitrary. Maybe could make them even tighter, because we are screwing things. Well, to be honest, feels tight enough, and it's flush, which is, yeah, I never using a drill. No matter what drill bits I use, I never can get them properly flush. Never can get this countersunk holes, but in 3D print, in 3D model, I was able to design it in. So here we go. That's the device. Not really big, like sorta kinda maybe in the size of a pack of smokes. A little bit thicker though, and a little bit narrower. Okay, let's check if it still works after everything assembled, after everything got assembled. Here we go, we have the light inside. Where is the barrel plug adapter? We have this. Let's just check, just to be 100% on the safe side. Volts. 100% sure. Minus and plus. Here we go, we have plus 12 volts, just as we're supposed to. The plus is in the center, it's the tip, and the minus, the negative, is the sleeve. So that's how it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, I cannot show you testing it on the actual lights for the plants, because it's all kinda... I posted actually those lights on my Twitter quite some time ago. It's all cable managed and tied pretty seriously to the plant shelving. So, oh, you can even see the light a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if I can show you. Green here, glowing through. Turn off the light. Yeah, you can see it. And the structure inside, the feeling of the 3D print that I did not design. I designed them solid. The printer, the guy who prints it, actually prints the designs and figures out the feeling. Okay. No, super, I like the feel of it, it's super solid. Something is moving inside. The board's moving inside. Ha! I thought I actually got it. Okay. I thought I got it screwed in properly, maybe I did not. Let's see. The board's moving inside. I can hear it rattling a little bit, just a little bit. There's nothing to rattle inside. Nothing can, just the board. The only thing that can make this sound. Yep, it's slightly moving, so gotta tighten it down even more. Yeah, the screws are not perfect for the task. Some of them I think started to, yeah, because the holes are a little bit too big. Oh, maybe that wasn't the board rattling. Yeah, look at this. That's the transformer. The casing of the transformer is moving. Yeah. That's what's rattling. Amtrax. I've known about amateur radio since like 1985. I've never been interested in radio, man. Always computers, electronics for me, not radio. So I'm not a young person. So, and like, I mean, Apologies, but that's just very boring to me. I read about it. That I grew up reading one of the. There's only one, I think. There was only one Russian electronics DIY magazine called Radio, actually. And man, I would always keep those articles about amateur radios, how to build better transmitters, receivers, antennas, like all the sports events around it, like looking for fox hunting, radio foxes. I don't know how it's called in English. In Russian, it's like radio fox or something. So I like, yeah. No, I always keep to things like computer electronics, microcomputer electronics, but that was in 80s, so there was not a lot of it, very little. Mostly it was like full of radios, not a lot of things even related to music, not a lot of things related to computers, mostly radios, and I would like, no, thank you very much. So not interested in radio at all. Amateur radio, I mean. So just had a little bit too much overflow of information about that stuff, and a little bit not enough information about like the other electronics DIY projects. So apologies, but I just prefer to tell the harsh truth of it. So radio is not my thing. If it was my thing, if I were able to get into it, then I would have gotten to it long time ago. Okay, so actually I don't think I have any time left for the next part of it. The next part would be just soldering a bunch of this stuff together. So I need a ton of balanced audio patch cords, but that I think we'll do tomorrow, because I again procrastinated and ended up going live a little bit late, and well, preparing all this actually takes lots of time. So every time I try, so maybe not tomorrow, but day after tomorrow. Amtrak's cool. No, I remember things so long time ago. I was like literally 7-8 years when I first started reading about it. I still have a radio electronics DIY guidebook for the beginners, starting from like that detector, I think, receiver. Is it called detector? And all the way to, it's like full of freaking radios. What's interesting, because it's a Soviet book, it doesn't have a single transmitter in it. Because transmitter in Soviet Union, it was a thing that only registered people, like super actually licensed, very licensed, like it wasn't that easy to get license, supposed to have. So they would publish in magazines and books, one only magazine to be honest, schematics for the receivers, like all sorts of receivers, receiver of this type, receiver of that type, receiver using like these transistors, receiving using that's using these amps and whatnot. But when it came to actually transmitters, yeah, not a lot of that stuff was published, because Soviet Union, you were not supposed to have like ability to talk to people, especially over the borders. So no, people would do it still, people would get licensed, but that wasn't easy. So I guess I'm going to call it a day here. Please don't leave the channel, people. We got to rate somebody. Amtrex, thank you very much for your follow. Thank you very much for jumping in, and good luck with the amateur radio. So hope everything worked right. The cameras are the same. The microphone I changed, and the light, finally I got the light for my desk, proper light. As for the rest of it, we'll continue tomorrow. Probably we won't continue. Day after tomorrow maybe. I still have actually 8 patch cables to solder. So, and I want to make them good, not just make them work. I want to make them like really high quality, because that's for my sound. I'll explain it later. Well, the next time I stream DIY stuff. So okay, and my standard spiel in the end, not spiel, well, what's the right word for it in German? I don't remember. So the standard theme, the standard outro, that's the right word in English at least. YouTube people, thank you very much for watching me on YouTube. Please, if you like this video, leave a like. Doesn't matter if it was live for you or if you watched it as a recorded video. Just a little bit of soldering. Again, the power supply PCB you can find on AliExpress. All the connectors you can find on AliExpress. The case for this that I showcased in this video, I will put it on Thingiverse, and if I don't forget, I'll put the link in the description of this stream on YouTube. Twitch people, thank you for watching me on Twitch. Please don't leave the chat yet. If you are watching me but not following, increased noise. Well, I didn't see actually my YouTube chat, apologies. Kinda a little, I wasn't looking at the screen at all, let's put it that way, so that's why I didn't see the YouTube stuff, YouTube chat. So increased noise. Welcome to YouTube. Let me find somebody to rate and then we call it a day. I keep forgetting to say it. I usually play games on this channel, so there's that. I usually play DZ or GeoGuessr. So, but once in a while I would do something like you just seen. Okay, let's see if we can rate somebody doing science and technology too, not just one of my friends, because I'm not sure who to rate on my following page. Science and technology. Okay, there is a rerun. It's a rerun. No, I'm not reading reruns. At least according to their tags, it's a rerun. Is it really? It's not showing.
Look at that.
That it's a rerun.
You know what that looks like?
Yeah, I'm not
me?
sure. The text can lie. Just bear with me. There's a lot of automated streams in science and technology. I kinda don't like it. I think automated streams should be in a separate category. Agent 1 Mixer, thank you, man. Thank you for lurking. Welcome. And there's going to be another one, a little bit simpler, just making some cables.
I asked him, he was like, "Oh, do you want anything special done?" Which I don't know anybody else that offers this. But he's like, "Do you want anything special done?" Oh, shit,
no,
where
I
is
cannot
it?
read people with followers only chats. Is this follower
We could
only chat?
we could try.
I don't have audio anymore. My bad. Okay. Let's see if we can rate this person. I think I know him. I think I rated him before. Just bear with me. Sid Hersey is working on soldering, electronics. That's the title says. Let's go and say hi to him. I'll see you all tomorrow. That's it for tonight. Goodbye and good night.
Works, and then I can make another gate here out of square. Oop, no, a square. But I gotta change this timing so it's... Damn you, dude. Damn you! Guys, get ready, because things are about to get heavy. Jump up, because we're gonna bump up, and get down, because there ain't no clown in this here town. We got none other than Call Me Rive coming in with that piping hot. Won't stop, skiddly bop. Oh my...